Kailabreece.
Same-sex marriage is probably going to be the gayest thing I talk about. But it certainly deserves political and philosophical attention. And that was a joke, obviously. The current status of same-sex marriage changes nearly on a daily basis as legislation and legal action around the world alter. But basically, the majority of the developed and educated world have decided to compromise with same-sex unions, whereas the term marriage is kind of sheltered from liberal definitions. But nevertheless, the United States still hasn't come around to such liberal principles. Predictably, the undeveloped, uneducated, and religiously fanatical parts of the world not only have bans on such unions, but bans and penalties on homosexual behavior itself. Much of the Middle East places a death penalty on such conduct. The history behind the practice is nothing new. Same-sex marriage has been commonplace since classical antiquity and was very much accepted or hated then, depending on the culture. The modern controversy over recognition of same-sex unions as marriage is part of a larger controversy concerning the role of government in recognizing and regulating intimate relationships. Some opponents of same-sex marriage argue that the relationships are not marriages, and the legalization of such would open the door for the legalization of polygamy and other ungodly practices. Supporters take the view that the government should play absolutely no role in regulating personal relationships. They claim marriage as a basic human liberty. More or less, the debate is based upon social viewpoints, religious convictions, economic arguments, and health-related concerns. I guess the six concerns I can see visibly are number one, child development. Is a mother and father necessary? 2, divorce rates. Are gay marriages more prone to divorce? 3, reproduction. Should the ability to procreate even matter in marriage? 4, tradition. Does the concept of same-sex marriage destroy the marital tradition? 5, equality. Is anti-gay marriage blatant discrimination? And 6, economics. Does the law leave gay individuals vulnerable financially? I think it was Stanley Kurtz from the Hoover Institution, a public policy think tank founded by Herbert Hoover, who said that same-sex marriage disconnected the ideas of marriage and parenthood, thereby accelerating marital decline. Basically, what Kurtz was saying was that he was citing several studies that showed a substantial amount of evidence in the rise of the out-of-wedlock birth rates for children in areas where same-sex unions were legal. I can't even believe he was actually being serious. I mean, what did he think? Did he think that the communities that were tolerant towards gay marriage had actually had a direct connection with illegitimate children? What, were the gays persuading non-gays to birth bastards? Bogus. Absolutely bogus. My question to my fellow intellectuals is this. What do you think about gay marriage? Is it a matter of simple verbiage? Is it unfair to deny the right to matrimony? And is there really a coarse mistake with allowing such service? Personally, I can see a comparison between racial segregation and the segregation of homosexual and heterosexual marriage classifications. When we divide the concept of same-sex marriage and different-sex marriage, it is equivalent to separate but equal policies. Activists Lillian Hellman once said, "Since when do you have to agree with people to defend them from injustice?" She's right. We don't have to agree with the practice of gay marriage, but to deny happiness, fairness, and basic civil liberties, well, that is unjust, and it is in direct conflict with any constitution that claims equality for all. As a side note, anyone whose heritage had experienced any form of tyranny that cannot see the association with this issue is truly sad. If your family was once enslaved, oppressed, made a second-class citizen, and you now support a ban on gay marriage, I'm sorry, but you are condoning the behavior of those who once banned your family. This is Kailabreece. What do you know?